music was my way of processing that. So it's like an overlook of my journey through that.
Scooby Dooby Dooby da da.
Scooby Dooby Dooby Dooby.
Y'all got like a theme song that you start with? You sing in unison?
This is Hans Kim. This is Hans Kim. That's our theme song.
This is
we
Hans
actually
Kim?
took their theme
You
song.
might get flagged for that.
It's Hans Kim. This is Hans Kim.
Should have like a shredding like.
That's actually a song. That's an 80s song.
Oh,
Really?
is it?
They turned into that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Darn, we really should call Willie and have him over there on the drums.
That's what I'm telling you.
I really think that that's actually an amazing... Because you know what it's like? It's like the original Kill Tonys.
Oh, really?
Like the old Kill Tonys back in LA.
Yeah. Yo.
And he can just... He's kind of like the guy on the
Like
talk shows that is always on the side.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the it's a satire movie. It's called Midnight with the Devil, I think.
I don't think I have, no.
It's a talk show.
Yeah.
So it's like Letterman, basically, vibe.
Mhm.
The guy gets a major deal to do a big show.
Right.
But it turns out that he did some nefarious stuff to get that contract.
Yeah.
And then the actual devil shows up in the episode, and he possesses a girl and he kills everybody. But it turns into a psychological trip where the guy he's in a loop where he's successful, but then he learns that the world is an illusion.
Oh, okay.
So he reaches the pinnacle of power,
Right.
only to learn that the whole thing is an illusion puppeted by the devil. So
It's an ego kill for sure.
that's what it feels like, man. That's what success feels like, bruh. You just get up here just to realize that it's all demonically possessed. Isn't that right, Chad?
I guess so.
All good things start with the devil.
Yeah. Well, we can do your official introduction now. Speaking of, so we've got
See what he
Ben.
did there? Yeah.
We've got Ben Clifton on the podcast today. What a treat! Welcome to the Houston Ensemble Podcast Rebirth Series.
Perfect. Thanks for having me.
And we wanted to bring Ben on because as we're trying to do music stuff, highlight music stuff, figured what better guy to bring on right now than Ben, who's releasing his album coming up here on July 13th, this coming Tuesday. Granted, the podcast will probably be released after that, for sure, actually.
Yeah.
But
713, I see what you did there.
Huh?
July
Oh.
13th.
Oh.
did you do that on purpose?
That was not intentional.
No, it's not. Okay.
Oh, wow.
No.
That's actually pretty
No,
cool.
it's on Sunday. Actually, the album comes out the 11th, and then 13th is like the show.
Oh, the 13th is... Okay.
Yeah. But 713.
7-Eleven, though.
I never realized that till just now. Hell yeah.
Hmm.
The Lord's work right there.
You see?
See?
You see that?
Ben, talk about your... give us sort of a story of what happened, what you decided about the album, and what led up to it.
Dang.
It doesn't have to be like every detail, but
Just kind of like what the album is about? Or
yeah,
just
like, leading up to it, you've been working on some of the music. Like, you've had some of the tunes for a long time.
Yeah, so the album's kind of like some of the songs I wrote when I was in high school. Some of them I wrote in college, and some of them I wrote in the last like 6-7 years. And the term overlook is kind of like, it has three meanings. So the first thing is kind of like an overlook of all my musical experiences, and just like taking every single musical influence and kind of putting it into one thing. I grew up playing in church, and then I've been in wedding bands and sidemen for jazz gigs, stuff like that, doing my own stuff. And so kind of taking all those sonic palettes and putting them into one. Another one is just, I grew up in Pittsburgh, and there was this park there called Shenley Park. And I would go there as a kid. I took skating lessons. They have like a skating rink at like the top of a hill. I don't know how they figured that out. But it's like a big thing in the city. And so every time I go back, I just go there. So that's part of it's just like the idea of like home and how that relates to music. And then the other part is just kind of, it's like a more serious, but like my dad died when I was a kid, and just kind of how music was my way of processing that. So it's like an overlook of my journey through that process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's kind of the impetus for it, but it turned out well. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, the album is entitled Overlook
Yes.
for people who don't understand. And there's a lot of great music on it. What song are you most excited about? I know it's like a crazy question to say, but like what's the song that pangs your heart the most?
Pangs my heart the most?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. I mean, it kind of fluctuates day by day, to be honest. There's one song that I really like called Constructs, just because it's a ballad, but it's kind of hard to play, and it has this like piano figure in it that's very like Brad Meldau-y, kind of like. And every time I try to play it, I mess it up. And I like writing music that I can't play, so I'd probably pick that one. I think Convocation, the first song on the album, is pretty cool. I know it's your favorite on it, but it's more of like a fusion Herbie Hancock sort of vibe. Those ones just have a lot of energy to it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that formally entitled
Yeah.
Limelight?
Use convocation in a sentence.
Convocation?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I was going to my convocation yesterday at Rice University.
My first song on my album is called Convocation.
Okay, well,
That's like
what
your...
Explain that. Explain
convocation. Yeah. I mean, like, well, the reason so it was originally called Limelight. I wrote it during the pandemic, actually. So I inherited, like, my grandpa died like several years ago, and my mom, or I think it was my grandma, it was my aunt, my grandma, or someone, they gave me this lantern because my grandpa was a hoarder and he had all this crap in his house. It was, like, he really liked hoarding bicycles, golf clubs, and like things from thrift stores. And he had this like lantern thing, and I inherited it, and I had it in my room during COVID. And it's not really a limelight. I kind of named it that in honor of my grandfather, but the word convocation, kind of like the coming together of just like kind of just the different energies I've had in my life.
That's crazy. So they took the golf clubs and gave you a lantern.
Yeah, I kind of got stiffed for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now I'm actually kind of pissed off about that. I think about that because every time they lived in Canada, and they still do, but like every time I go there, he would buy me a new set of golf clubs, and I had like probably 2 or 3 sets, and all I got was a lantern.
Wow. Dang. This is how money destroys family.
I hope my aunt watches this so that I can ask her.
If you're watching right now, aunt, shame. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You know what? Jan. We all forgive it. We all forgive it. All right?
Maybe, you know.
Chad's being smart. He's not saying nothing.
Yeah, right.
What's overlooking the rest of society? Tell me. Tell me that. What is overlooking us in the future right now? Have you messed with... Let's just get this out of the way. The AI music generators. Have you messed with any of that?
Man, I have not. I've seen some of that stuff, though. I saw some... I think it was like Timberland or something. Like that Suno software. Have you seen that?
Yes, Suno.
That's pretty incredible.
Suno's crazy, bro.
Yeah, where you can just like make a beat and then like put it in and it'll like generate a vocal.
Dude, are they calling it PSEU like Suno?
No, like SUNO.
SUNO.
Oh, because I just thought, how should I have me brand it? Idiots. Suno, like pseudonym notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yes.
Yeah. Pseudonym notes because it's AI.
Right.
And it's like it's pretty incredible because it gets the phrasing down. It won't really come up with lyrics.
I know the phrasing is what it like.
Crazy,
no,
yeah.
It's got
a melody generator.
Mm-hmm. It's everything's generated. You can throw in a bass line and it'll arrange a song for you with that bass line. So it'll have pre-verse, it'll have verse, pre-chorus, bridge. It'll have the whole thing. It'll have little like. You know, in pop songs, every verse has something little change in it.
Right.
It'll throw in that little change in there on that second bar.
Right.
It knows the formula of songwriting and it spits out like formulaically what really works. That's what I appreciated about it is that it's not random, it's calculated.
Right.
And sometimes I would say more than half the time the ideas it comes up are pretty fire.
So they are. Yeah, it's
like
shocking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've used like just AI like ChatGPT for like to try to come up with lyrics and names and things like that. But it's crazy to some of the stuff that's out there. I don't know if this is like AI, but I think I was just telling you that app Moises.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I think it is
Is
a
that AI?
version of AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just
An
like
algorithm.
it just takes out the drums or whatever instrument from a track. It's like
Yeah.
if that existed when I was in high school or middle school, that would have been like a game changer.
I've been using lately to create some tracks. I said, whatever, I'm going to try this MacGyver approach.
Yeah.
And it has significantly, I noticed that it took me like 40 minutes to put together this song, whereas before it would have taken me way longer. So it definitely saved me an hour or two in the workflow, but I was still having to, it's not like you can't know what you're doing and just do everything with AI. You could do that.
Right.
But we're still at the point where if you did it that way, it'd be very obvious that it's just all AI.
Right.
But see, even that line is getting blurry though.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like,
especially with like copyright stuff too, and how that works. Like the whole Drake thing and stuff. It's just like, how is that going to work if there's all these AI generated songs? Like if you're if you're training it, to sound like, I don't know, Kanye or whatever, like, and then it spits out a song like that, like, does he get royalties from that? Or I don't know.
I've been reading about that too. Yeah, they haven't settled. They have not settled on the law on that yet.
No.
Okay, that's gonna be crazy or not. I mean, I think the way it should be is that if you trained your own model, or if someone trains a model based on you, you get a cut for sure. There needs to be. Because if we're talking about like AI, if we want the world where the AI makes everything better for everybody, that's the good case scenario.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Then part of the good case scenario is getting what's due to you.
Yeah.
In the bad world of AI, it would be where everyone's getting stolen and nobody gets nothing. That would go into the bad world.
And I feel like it might head more that route then.
Yeah.
Also, how do you even quantify how much you trained it? Because think of all the other training that it's gotten on the back end.
Yeah.
And it's like,
right. Exactly.
How do you go in and be like, you did exactly this percentage of Kanye West, whatever. I just thought of that.
On this website, I just Googled it and then we gave it a shot. It's called Audemy. You can mix in, so there's voice models.
Right.
You can mix in up to 4 models at the same time. So you can have 4 different voices.
I think, and if you have the real version, you can do even more.
Okay.
So check this out. Think about how people could use this. I'm giving away some secrets right now. Number 1, you sing into it, and then it does the voice pitch correction for you, and then you tell it to make you sound like a certain model. Then after you do that, then you can mix in what it just created with a bunch of other voices, and you can quantify like, I want 20% of this, 30% of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can.
Dang.
Up to that point.
And it's like incredible. It's like a picture. They have like 150 different AI people.
Yeah.
And it's like their picture and then their styles of music. So it'll say like R&B, soul, belting, airy, something like that. And her name is Haley. And so you put your recording, or you can take a cappella vocals from a real song, put it in there, and then it'll spit it out and make it sound like Haley in Haley's style.
I saw this one dude.
It's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Never heard of that.
This one guy, he made a Cyndi Lauper model.
Oh yeah,
like the girls just want to have fun. That song, and he put 15 minutes of a cappella audio of her singing into the learning model.
Right.
And this guy does not sing whatsoever. He just real time voice processing. He's talking, and it sounds exactly like Cyndi Lauper.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I talk a lot about dignity, and
Really?
I wish I could. Hold on, my eyes are blocked. Feels a little. I talk a lot about dignity, and if I were doing that, it would ruin my dignity.
Well,
yeah,
this is like
it's a tough one, man.
No, I'm saying for my own personal
For
art.
sure. Right.
Not for work or, it can be really useful.
Yeah.
But if I was like, I literally can't sing at all, but I want to make music, so I'm just going to go an AI route.
Mm.
I'm not saying it's wrong. You can't do it, but for my personal self, I'm not a fan.
I wonder if that would help too with things like music therapy and stuff for like people in the hospital with like these AI tools. I never thought about that, but maybe.
I bet they would definitely do that. Oh
Yeah.
shit! So you got $1 billion idea right now. But then also, doesn't music therapy require the fleshy presence of human beings?
Yeah, but it could be used as like a tool or of some sort, like that music therapist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So the budget version of music therapy can be AI.
Yeah.
And then premium version, you hire the choir to come in
for $9.99 a month.
Yeah, so we were talking about
buy the license.
I have this idea, and it's not really an original idea, but I was thinking about it months ago when this whole AI craze started to go about. I was like, well, if it keeps going down this route, and then AI automates most things, then what we're looking at is a scenario in which things involving humans might become exclusive or premiumly priced,
which could be potentially good for like live shows and stuff.
It could be good for people with skills,
right?
But people who just go to work and just need assignments told to them for monetary exchange, those people are screwed.
Mm.
And that's like 80% of the workforce, I would say. Because how many people actually have high level skill? Like to us, we hear that, we're like, oh, that might be good for us.
Right.
But Frank, who like has an office job and he has 3 kids, like to him, he's like, what?
Poor Frank. Yeah.
Frank is screwed.
Frank.
Sorry, Frank. You can live at Armin's house.
Yeah. You can live in my mansion.
Well,
Your mansion. Yeah, exactly.
As Napoleon Dynamite said, what skills do you have? So what kind of skills do you have?
Oh, yeah.
Can you throw
nunchuck skills, throwing star skills.
Yeah.
Nunchuck skills.
Yeah, it's from Napoleon Dynamite.
I've always wanted to do like a Napoleon Dynamite like tribute album of just like every single song.
From the music? The music's pretty fun.
Well, not even that. Just like writing a bunch of songs and all the song names are like quotes from the movie.
Oh, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
Well, now you make me want to do a School of Rock one.
One day. Yeah.
Actually, I was watching the other day, because we always bring up School of Rock. I was watching the band. It's a band with Corey Wong, Mark Letary was in it, Joe Dart, and then Nate Smith, and it was like the making of the High Flyers or something like that. But Corey Wong, I was happy to see that he used the quote. He said in the words of Ned Schneebly, "When's lunch?" And he said that in the recording studio, and I was like, all right, I think I might like this guy.
Yeah.
When is lunch?
Come on, Ned. I haven't paid rent in months. Why are you getting at me now? Now that you have a girlfriend, all of a sudden.
You've seen that movie, right, Ben?
Schneebly.
That's what it is. Schneebly.
Yeah.
You know what he calls him in the movie, right?
Yeah. Maggot death. Oh my God, that's literally one of the best. Do you ever feel like that when you're at school?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because for people who don't know, Ben also is an algebra teacher, math teacher.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And you keep a keyboard at your desk, right? Like a MIDI keyboard?
I used to. I keep it under wraps now.
Okay.
Yeah, because the kids would like try to like, find me on all the social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Which can get annoying sometimes. But
totally.
But when they figure it out, it's always fun.
Yeah, I think when I first friended you on Facebook, it was like hard for me to find you or something.
Yeah.
Like many years ago.
Right.
I get that.
I've like started to care a little less, but I don't know.
Just block them.
It's cool though. Some of those kids, like they're really into like beat making and stuff. Some kid like would come in and he had like I think it was like FL Studio, and like some of the stuff they make, like they're actually pretty good. You know.
Speaking of that, that reminded me, I just saw an ad at Eden Plant Co. the other day for like a date night thing that they're having, and it was like buy a ticket, couples, whatever, and come and make beats. And
Really?
everybody has like a small, like a Kai, like MIDI keyboard. I don't know all the details, but I was like, Irving?
That seems like a pretty heavy upfront investment, though, to buy,
Yeah,
to buy all that stuff.
Or how are you even going to do it? I don't know, but the idea itself is pretty cool.
No, that is a cool idea. Yeah.
Yeah, tactile date night.
I'd much rather do that than like a paint class or gardening class or something. Yeah.
Well, I did both of those. Okay.
Oh, so sorry.
I had a great time in gardening
Sorry, you and your
class.
tulips over there.
Okay, gardening was good.
I loved it at Rice.
Damn,
Gardening.
that's crazy, bro. I love that you love that.
I would have a garden if I could.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You got to get in touch with the soil.
You do have to get into
Mother
this.
Earth.
But I'll never forget my uncle waking up at 4 a.m. because he had to take care of the field.
Oh,
you
yeah?
know? But he got drunk the night before.
But he's a farmer.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So he was still drunk. You got to do it.
Right.
So he gets up at 4 a.m. begrudgingly, and my aunt's screaming at him, and he gets all the work done real quick, and then right at 5:45 he goes straight back to bed. Yeah, that. Speaking of human luxury, it's like I was talking to somebody the other day. They made a great point. Shouts out. Because I said something like, wealth gives you access to certain things,
Right.
like premium things, like let's say a private plane, right? It gives you access to that. Now, is that really the pinnacle of living, however? Like, the guy that can access a private plane, how much happier or better is his life versus the guy that has to get up at 4 a.m. and he has chickens? What do you think? Is it like actually better? Is it actually better?
Wow, that's pretty hypothetical.
I mean, the way I put it there, the way I put it there, it sounds like the plane is better.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in that situation, sure. I just feel like it depends on what you like define success as.
Yeah,
You know, like, and that's not always monetary. Sometimes it's like about
I
purpose.
really think that it's like the money, having money allows you to have certain freedoms. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But also, especially like in my time of life right now, I see a lot of close friends that I know. Not a lot. I'm not even going to say a lot, but I have close friends or Sophie's friends that have like full-on corporate jobs, which pay great money. But at the same time, I keep hearing these conversations of like, I hate my job. It's not really what I want to do. I'm not doing what I want to do. I need to find community. But so I think it's like, you got to find this balance of trying to make work what you love, or at least having your balance. Like maybe you can still have the job, but also like do your hobby for sure. Not hobby, do whatever you're into.
Yeah.
On the other side. And hopefully, especially if you have like a really great job, use that money to then do your thing. Like if you're making $200,000 a year just at the oil thing, well, you can also go easily make yourself a pottery studio at home. Although $200,000, honestly, that's gonna go away quick too.
Yeah.
It's not even enough.
Keep talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me, like I fall into that boat, right? I've got like a day job, and then I do the music stuff as well. And it's like, I feel like a lot of it is just kind of like doing two separate things. One can kind of help like fulfill purpose in different settings, you know? Because like what I find is like when I'm at my day job teaching, I'm not really engaging with the music a whole lot. But then like because I'm away from it, whenever I come to the music, I tend to have more energy.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
one thing I find about music is like if I'm listening to stuff or if I'm engaging with it too much, when I go to it, it's harder to engage with it for some reason. I need like some time away.
I get that.
Yeah.
I like a structured thing too. Like sometimes I do wish I had even more structure, but also like maybe not.
Yeah.
But the main point is that I do value like a structure and a set schedule.
Yeah.
I just have to be used to it because obviously since I don't have that right now, it's like I don't want to wake up at 9 a.m. ever. I want to wake up at 11.
I wish I could.
I know. I remember, you know, I was thinking the other day when Armin and I lived in Natchez. Armin
OST?
was 27,
Yeah.
28. And I was 22, 23. Now I'm 27, 28. You used to sleep a lot, sleep in late.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in my sleep phase. I'm sleeping in late.
Mm-hmm.
And he's waking up early,
Yeah.
typically, or more frequently than not.
Well, yeah, back in that, my hours back then were,
Or maybe it's the hours, really. It's not, because I'm only getting like 7 or 8 hours of sleep.
my hours back then were like go to bed at 5 or 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Wake up at like 3.
Yo, that's wow.
I
At
went
that
to
point,
bed
you're not
at-
getting enough sunlight. You know, right?
It's really the sunlight. It's really the sunlight that's the problem.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah,
I went to
that's
bed at 4 last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
But-
these days I'm going to bed at like 11.
What? Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But then I'll be up at like 5.
I do love to wake up early, though. Like,
I
I
do
like
too.
that. I like when
Yeah.
you go to sleep early, but it just depends on what's going on in the day
Yeah.
and how the day works out for me.
It's just like the consistency of it is hard.
There's something about you can do whatever. It's just that people are awake and doing stuff. And like
The majority of
the
people.
economics is churning at certain hours, right? But it is nice to be when the world is asleep. It's like the energy levels are kind of like calm.
Yeah.
Right.
So that might be really good for creative time, you know.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah.
That is true. I feel like I write the most stuff like when it's just like late at night. I'm like by myself.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've always had this weird thing. Like I cannot write music when like other people are around. I don't know if you guys are like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer not to as well, too.
Yeah.
Because I want to take my time. And if you feel like somebody's like over your back,
Yeah.
that's one thing.
But then there's a version of that where you have like brains that you can bounce things
Yeah.
off. And if
Stanky
y'all-
leg,
if y'all
dude.
are, yeah.
The greatest
if-
song of all time.
If people are in the zone and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
y'all are
sure.
having fun, y'all just having fun, and then it's like the energy of fun and creativity is going into it.
Or
Right.
we got together, you know, Coffee, who plays congas with Angela. Maybe you've seen him.
I've seen him. I haven't met him, but
We were with Coffee and we went to his house studio with some of his friends that we didn't know. And they're like big rock. They just love rock. And they had like gigantic Marshall stacks everywhere. And we ended up just for fun writing like a really cool, crazy rock song.
heck yeah.
But that was just all like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But it's very different than maybe music that we play
Exactly.
on the daily.
I feel like it also depends on like the harmonic complexity of like whatever you're writing.
True.
You know, like because for me, like the more complicated the harmony, the more I feel like I'm like thinking about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
versus if it's just like riff based or form based, it's like
Mm-hmm.
when other people are around, that actually does make it easier sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so loud in there that I had to wear earplugs, and I don't ever wear earplugs.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Can you play with earplugs in?
Man, no, I don't. I probably should.
Can you, though? Do you like it?
I've never like tried it actually. Now that I think, I probably should, because I'm like partially deaf on my right ear, because like I have like
Damn.
it was like a genetic thing. Like I've got like part of my like bone is like calcified,
Oh, wow.
and then because I had like a bunch of ear infections when I was a kid, like my eardrum like got inverted. There's like a bunch of scarring and stuff. So it's like that's why it makes mixing hard because there's like certain frequencies that I can't really hear, so I don't trust myself to mix stuff.
Oh.
That's wild.
Yeah, and so I went in and got to an audiologist or whatever, and I got a test to see which frequencies. And
An
and
ideologist, like a communist?
no, whatever that person who does the hearing test, I probably
Okay,
yeah. But like they showed me like which frequencies I was missing, and I was trying to like adjust my speaker system to like match those frequencies,
Oh.
but I couldn't figure it out. But that would be the solution
That's
for
cool. Yeah.
me. Yeah, but the next level up because they can't really do much. Like the guy told me if I wanted to get better hearing, I'd have to get what's called like a Baca hearing aid, where they put like a metal like plate like kind of in your head, and then it like bypasses like the eardrum and then just goes straight to your.
No, that's okay.
We're putting the latest version of isotope in your hearing aid.
I probably. I'm just not trying to get stopped at airports on the metal detector where I haven't explained why I've got metal in my.
Or you know about
skull,
element
yeah.
115, don't you?
What?
You know about element 115, right?
No.
This is that. You know about it, Chad?
Yeah.
Element 115. Let's get spooky real quick. And this is like,
This is for Kelly Doyle right here.
this is basic. This is basic spookiness. This isn't even crazy spookiness.
Okay.
This is like mainstream spooky.
Right.
Element 115, the alleged isotope which allows for aircrafts to use gravitational propulsion,
Okay.
like floating.
Right.
Aircrafts like the supposed UAPs. Now, one fad I've seen a lot with AI is like AI EDM and all that stuff. It's like that cyberpunk aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is manifesting. The cyberpunk thing and the what's the other steampunk cyberpunk. That stuff is coming in strong, dude. Everything, all the cosplay steampunk cyberpunk, all the music steampunk cyberpunk, everything's electronic now.
I was actually telling Ben about steampunk. Remember when I was telling you about the old world stuff and how
I've
that's
seen
where
some steampunk
Get into
people in New Zealand. I'm like when I was in New Zealand, like I went on like a biking trip and we went to this town which was like a steampunk town.
That's crazy.
It was pretty cool. I forget what the name of it was. It might have been like it's like the capital of like the.
They have a whole steampunk town. In
yeah,
New
it's like a
Zealand?
I forget what the name of it. It's pretty cool though. It's like all these buildings. Everyone's like dressed up. Yeah.
So does that mean like when we say steampunk, like Mad Max-ish, like goggles?
Yeah.
And
yeah, everyone's dressed to the T and they get
a hot air balloon.
Even the stores are like steampunk.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta go there.
I think they call it
gotta
steampunk.
get a gig in there.
Yeah.
And fly over. Yeah.
I think they call it steampunk because the lore. I'm not exactly sure about this, but I'm pretty sure that like it's because the lore is about steam powered things.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Back have you ever seen that movie City of Ember?
I've heard of it.
Where it's an underground sort of steampunk city.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of vibe or Mad Max-ish vibe. But Mad Max is more apocalyptic. The steampunk is not apocalyptic. It's just like, I think it has to do with that or it's attached to it, but it's more about like technology and like a version of technology that comes from the lost civilization.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I was going deep on some stuff last night, and there are these buildings off the coast of Florida, way out in the islands that are like these gigantic, and I had never seen these either, but they're these gigantic built brick structures that were built in under a year in the 1850s. And I'll make it real brief, but the whole idea is that if you look into every single building, like sort of like mega structures, like cathedrals, star forts. There are all these things called star forts that are all over, that are these quote unquote forts that were built for war. Some of them never ever used, supposedly. That the narrative of our history is not true, and that the people who came here and settled the United States in the mid 1800s actually inherited these buildings rather than built them like the narrative says. And that doesn't apply to every single building, but when you read the story of like this gigantic cathedral was built in 1 year with millions of pounds of granite, with no power tools and only a wooden wheel transport. 1 year, because they document the dates. But then that happens for countless numbers of those buildings.
Yeah.
And you keep looking at all of them. And the thing is, I've just watched so many hours that document each building and each city and everything.
Just the math doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not trying to be annoying, but it doesn't add up.
Weren't you telling me something about that? Like with Houston too? Like the buildings
Yeah, like
here?
we have a bunch, Galveston especially.
Yeah.
And they destroy a bunch of them. So like the courthouse downtown, one of the
That's what it was. Yeah.
The old courthouse is like this gigantic structure, and you'll notice that they all have windows that are below floor level, which also doesn't make sense because it's like, why would you build a building with a ditch with windows there? Because it's going to flood.
Yeah, but we've definitely built over things. Every single time city planners have decided to redo something.
That's the other thing too.
You had to do it over what you built before. And so some portion of the foundation might still be there, or maybe even whole parts of chunks and buildings that are still going to be there. Like every university institution has gone endowments over the years, then they build buildings.
Sure. Rice is a particular one, actually, that has a lot of this detail to it.
Rice?
Yeah, and they'll do the exact same thing at USC. Okay, so there are underground classrooms that are not used anymore at USC where they do the fraternal initiations. They don't do all of them there, but some of them go on in those buildings, in those classrooms. And they literally have candles and checkerboard floors and podiums where they do these fucking rituals. I swear.
That's
and I'm
wild.
not maybe supposed to say it, but but I can say that part. What I can't say is what the other stuff. But yeah, man, it's a thing.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, and all the tunnel systems that are in every city, and how all the government buildings are always connected via tunnels, and how like, oh my god, we just watched this video about this mountain in Austria the other day.
Okay.
And it's called I forget what mountain it is. Hitler called it a magical mountain that contains maybe secrets or answers. And the interesting thing about this mountain is that it's almost entirely off limits to the public. You are allowed to go in like a few caves, but then everything else is blocked off, and there are hundreds of caves and tunnels in this mountain.
Okay.
And there's a lot of lore of dwarves in that area of Austria. And they were talking about like, where does this lore of like dwarves come from? And let's see, what else? I forget I don't know where I was going with that. But when Sophie was in Austria last year, she actually randomly took a photo in front of that mountain because they could see it from where they were. And it's just interesting because there's so much underground that's off limits. Like this mountain, which is just a normal mountain, not a volcano or anything like that, not dangerous. But the government put it entirely off limits. Or even like what they've done to places like Göbekli Tepe, where they cover it with like a weird covering, so it's not even visible from a bird's eye view, which is kind of important for a place like Göbekli Tepe, so that you can actually see the outline of the structure itself. And on top of that, then they make that unavailable to the public sometimes. And then on top of that, they put the covering in so that it doesn't even cover it from weather elements. So when it snows over there, the whole thing is still covered in snow, even though there's a giant roof over it.
Okay.
So there's like a sort of, it seems that there could be a concerted effort to sort of hinder getting some information.
Are there dwarves still living at that mountain? Did she meet any dwarves?
I think maybe underground.
Talking about dwarfs?
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
the underground city in Turkey?
No.
Oh my God. There's so much stuff. There's literally so much stuff that I've never seen before that I keep seeing.
Yeah.
Just new world things. And you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And sorry, this is very important point. This is a very important point that I missed earlier when we said that the math doesn't add up about the buildings.
Right.
One of the major reasons it doesn't add up is because you take the official narrative, Wikipedia, any major history website, would go off of that and say Tacoma, Washington, or, and I'm just saying Tacoma because that was one I was watching where he was going through all the buildings of Tacoma.
Okay.
Says this is the population in 1840. This is the population in 1850, 60, 70. Some of these gigantic buildings are being built in these cities when there's a population of 4,000 people. And these are like mega courthouses or mega stone structures, mega cathedrals that, again, is millions of pounds of bricks, granite, perfect stone carvings, done to perfection, like perfect masonry. And you're like, again, how are you doing this in the far western United States in 1850 where there's a population of 4,000 to 10,000 people? Mind you, you got to cut that population in half because you have women, children, and men in a population.
I mean, maybe the workers aren't being included in the census though, like contract or something.
That's possible, but they say that they use masons. And mason, like to be a mason back then, like an actual stone mason, is not slave because it's like a very skilled craft.
Okay.
So I would get it like they wouldn't count like slaves or something.
Right. But,
for sure.
But Mason would be like a different.
But it's like a high level craft,
Mm.
and it takes a lot of training.
Has there been any like university studies on this stuff, or is it just like? Is there a lot of research on it? This is the first time I'm like kind of hearing about it.
I would
jump
say
in right here.
within the past 10 years,
Mr.
it's gotten a lot bigger.
No, what happens is this. Let's say I'm a professor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get this incredible seminal doctorate thesis paper out. It's like groundbreaking. I made a discovery. Oh my God, I'm kind of hyper famous now in the institutions. All the little girls are like, oh my God. And then it turns out that I was wrong. That they found some new shit. And now the whole narrative is incorrect. My accolades are messed up. The Nobel Peace Prize I got to give that back. The yada, yada, yada. So what we're dealing with is people protecting their discoveries.
Under accolades.
And entire institutions are unwilling to bend to anything new that is updated or a new narrative or something that's more accurate. So whenever you have private research firms, institutions, or even researchers that are like, hey, man, I'm pretty sure the pyramids are actually 30,000 years old. What do you think about that? There's an entire structure that is not willing to hear that because their livelihood, their raison d'etre is being messed with.
Mm.
That literally just happened because they found a LiDAR scan of the Great Pyramid that had another chamber. But Zawi Hawass, the head of Egyptology in Egypt, who's kind of the almost like a governmental figure for the pyramids and everything that has to do with Egyptian history, is like, we're not allowing people to explore it.
It was like off limits to like tourists and stuff.
Off limits to scientists.
Oh, really? Where is this? It's
like
in the pyramids?
In the Great Pyramid.
So
they
it's like
found another, and this was months ago. So I don't know if there's been any update.
How'd they miss that? I feel like
I don't know.
in the world to figure that out.
I think they maybe already knew that, honestly, but there was they allowed for at some point another LiDAR scan of the pyramid, and they're like, oh my God, there's a chamber right here.
Where was it in the pyramid? Was it like
somewhere
upper?
in the no, I think somewhere in the center under the queen. I want to say maybe under the queen's
I'm gonna
chamber.
look that up. That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, so we obviously started a little late, so we're gonna have to end now. But this was kind of a music and old world podcast.
Well, we're gonna do a part 2. we're gonna do a part 2. Listen, we're gonna link all of Ben's stuff. Go to see his show on 713.
Well, this isn't even gonna come out by then, so
It's not. Oh yeah, it's not.
Just
so
follow me on all the.
More importantly,
all the
yeah, you
links.
can just follow Ben Clifton at Ben B Clifton Music
Yeah. Boom, there you go.
on Instagram. Type in Ben Clifton on Spotify, all the listening platforms.
Mhm.
Oh, it was starting to get juicy, huh? We're gonna tie this back into music.
Yeah, sorry, I don't got any theories on the album. It's pretty
straightforward. We're getting there.
You give me all these ideas. Though,
Actually,
for the next project. I was like, all
sound has
this
a lot to do
inspiration.
with all this stuff too.
That's what I'm telling
And the
you.
cathedrals
I'm
and
down.
the cymatic building of the cathedrals.
Yeah,
The design of the buildings is based on frequencies in the crystal shapes created by frequencies.
talking about fractals. Is that
Talking
right?
about fractals.
fractals, man.
Yeah.
Continuum.
The continuum. Yeah.
Prism.
Yeah.
Keith Jarrett. There you
How'd that
go.
show-
There's a connection right
Hey,
Hey,
there.
real quick, how'd that show go?
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one tune, Mushy Mushy, the Dewey Redmond song. It's like a free jazz thing. It's pretty tough, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben just played a Keith Jarrett sort of tribute show.
That was cool.
Monks with Woody and David, and who played drums?
Graham.
Oh, and Graham. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, new jazz club coming to Texas here. So that'll be great. All right, follow Ben Clifton. Thanks for watching the Houston Ensemble Podcast Rebirth series.
Post your comments. Post your comments to Ben in the comments below. Share this. Clip it. Tell your mama about it.
We're gonna link Ben's email to this.
Oh, please.
So you can email him.
He's checking your math homework tonight.
Yeah,
so
right.
Get it ready.
11:59.
Yeah. That's the
Points
cutoff.
deducted on
Yeah.
late canvas.
Another episode of Houston Ensemble Podcast. Till next time. Peace.